have to play this weekend.
Okay, they have provided us no information on the reschedule. And when we get information on that, I'll be glad to pass it around. If you can quote me directly. I have no information at this time on the game being rescheduled from NC State or my administration.
You say that again?
I have no information at this time on a rescheduling of the game. When I do get that, I'll be glad to share it with you.
That's
all.
different. That's different than what you said the first time.
Okay. you make up my quotes half the time anyhow, Mike.
Ouch. Someone has to make you sound good.
Go ahead.
Can I leave?
Oh, by the way, Bob, I didn't return your call last night because Montoro said he got it, or I would have returned it.
Yeah.
I could have been at 8 o'clock.
Well,
I need my
Mike, I gotta get ready for K-State. On a short week.
good weekend.
Gibby, hard to sort of turn things midstream? I mean, this is unusual.
Yeah.
How do you treat this?
I just found out 3 minutes ago, literally, so I was in there getting practice ready for NC State. Obviously, we're not gonna play it now, so we need to move on. We can't treat this like a bye week. We gotta, we're 2 games in, we have a lot of corrections to still make, a lot of things to get done, so we just have to keep preparing. Today's practice will be a little different than what we expected, so probably go good on good. I don't know, we haven't even talked about it yet.
So how about Kansas State?
I watched them Saturday on TV, that's about it. But we're familiar with them. I mean, obviously, that's a...
I was kidding. You don't have to go to a scouting report. It's okay.
Hey, would it help you guys to have a scrimmage this weekend and to stay on like game week?
Yeah, I don't know about a scrimmage. It would help us to practice against each other. Probably today and tomorrow we'll turn more of good on good, get a lot of stuff done that way, and then turn our sights to K-State probably Thursday or Friday. But again, not knowing what we're going to do, all I know is we're going to practice today while we can. The weather's nice. Let's go out and run a bunch of plays. So we need that.
What did you think of Giovanni Stewart's? Now that you've seen the tape, what did you think of his?
Yeah, I watched the film. He graded out okay. He made a few mistakes. Lost leverage on a couple of plays, and that's to be expected. But overall, I thought he played very, very hard. Thought he was physical. Took on some pullers, some zone scheme stuff, fullbacks, tight ends, and did okay with that. I think that his game, you'll see, it will get better and better as we get into Big 12 play, just because of style of offense that we're facing. So that's really what we're looking for, getting him game ready for now our next game.
20 tackles for loss through 2 games. What have been the keys to getting into the backfield?
I think it was 21, isn't it?
1.5.
21 and a half.
Don't show you. Kimmy has a bonus for every half.
No, I thought that obviously game 1 was shocked that we had 12 going into that one, and then my expectations were set pretty high for the guys, and just the penetration that we're getting up front, playing fresh bodies. I think that's a big part of it, and I think the stat is we have out of the 21 and a half that we have. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 14 different guys, something like that. So that's pretty impressive for that stuff. We have a couple DBs in the mix as well, getting some TFL, so that's a good thing. Screen plays and some different things like that.
We'll beat Dave Long for the punch on those.
Yeah, usually David had to get them all himself. Everybody's contributing now.
What about 2 games with Tonk in the middle?
Like, it was kind of disappointing in his game Saturday night. I don't know if I've ever seen the middle linebacker not have a tackle. I don't think he recorded the tackle. He was on a few assists, but and he knocks the ball out a lot to David, and to Giovanni, and to their safety. So, but he's got to start being really tough.
So is it a schematic tweak, or are guys just taking the stuff better as far as?
A little bit of schematics. We did some different things. Played a lot of base, and their run schemes against us were, they were targeting certain parts of our defense where they wanted to go with the ball. So I'm not concerned with it, but he does need to be, he missed a couple tackles and hurt us Saturday night that he needs to make, so he's got to do better with that.
Are you happy with your staff's patience in playing a bunch of guys and just playing your base and not really, you know what I mean? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I was. And once we got into the game and I knew offensively we had control of the game with what they were doing defensively, we were going to eat some clock up and run. I mean, I think we defended 7 snaps in the first quarter. So it kind of got boring over there. And then once we got the lead, I knew that we could just be patient and do what we do and call our base stuff to get Giovanni a lot of reps. And plus our other guys as well. Tennessee, I was doing a lot of different things. And so it was really good to get that many snaps of our base defense on film to be able to watch it with our guys. And, because there are times in games when you want to calm everybody down and go back to something we know. So it was good to see that.
How were you with downfield coverage? I know the kid they had far was a pretty good player. How did you feel about your guys playing the ball in the air and defending downfield?
I thought early on we were good. Norwood made a really good play early. We got beat on a couple of double moves that there's no excuse for that, especially the way the score, I think at one point it was 42-14. I told the guys, just don't let anything behind you. And we ended up getting beat on a 43-yard double move. So that was embarrassing, number one. Number two, bad technique all the way around. And then the other thing too, our other down safeties, our spur and our bandit, and our linebackers have to quit biting so hard on play action to get their eyes right. Because a lot of the times it looks like we have, if there's 4 guys in a route, we have 3 guys defend us. So that's not good for us. So we got to get that fixed. We're going to tweak some things. Had a lot of good stuff going in for this week because this is really the first true quarterback we were going to see throwing the ball. So we'll get to work that in practice, and nobody better to work it on than Will to see how we hold up against our offense. So it's good timing actually for us to be able to get some new coverage and do some different stuff.
Timmy, looking at a couple of your backups that played in the secondary, your JUCO defensive backs, how much of the second half was just seeing what they could do versus any deficiency from a couple of the guys that played a lot more like Hakeem?
Yeah, we just wanted to go out and keep Washington a perfect example. I think he ended up getting about 25, 28 snaps, and he was our defensive player of the game for the fact that he played physical. He fit the tight end run game really well over there, the nub side. They were trying to run the ball at him. He came up and made a few big hits. So it was good to see. And he was good in coverage. He didn't get to play a lot of man, but was good in his own stuff. So, he's a kid that obviously he earned more playing time off of his results in the second half on Saturday. He's going to play a lot more.
How do you think Tariq has done through 2 games moving back and forth?
Good and bad. I thought he was active early. Had a nice pass breakup. Should have had an interception, but ended up having, I think, 3 PBUs for the game. Played physical, tackled pretty well. Tackled right out without the ball one time pretty well. Got a PI for that. So he's just got to get his confidence up and keep going. So, but he's going to play a lot for us.
Now that you have depth up front defensively, are you still figuring out how you want to rotate people? Do you think you have good feet on it, or is it still a work in progress?
Yeah, what we do right now, we always have a fresh group ready on the sideline. We get 3-4 plays into the drive, we're going to try to roll. If they suck, we're going to roll our guys in and try to keep fresh bodies in. There's going to be a time, though, that our guys are going to have to be our guys, and they're going to have to play through some stuff. If we get in a tight game, we've had the luxury of getting big leads to be able to rotate guys. And we've been rotating 8 guys. That rotation in a tight game may go to 5 or 6 guys. But right now it's working, so we're going to keep riding.
Is just the preparation for a passing quarterback, like you would have seen, good enough, or was the game experience something that you guys are going to sorely miss, knowing that you're facing quarterbacks like that down the road?
Well, a little bit of both. You only get 12 opportunities to do this, and you work all year long as a staff, and the kids work. And So it's a shame. It sucks, but we can't control it. I mean, there's a lot bigger issues right now out there going on in North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. That's bigger than football, so we can't control that. I just hope everybody's safe. My daughter actually just moved to Raleigh, so she's there. So my concern now is getting her out of there as quick as I can.
How long has she been there?
About a week.
You should have everything unpacked.
Yep,
Just go right, take the U-Haul, keep going, right?
exactly.
Might be a good time to get insurance, for renter's insurance.
Who gets her, you or Carrie? Who goes?
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Carrie, I don't think I got work.
All right, thanks, Coach. Thanks, Jim.
All right.